baby in my hand while I'm putting her to sleep. And I woke up. I got comfortable because I was sitting up and I fell asleep sitting up. And I closed my eyes. As soon as I closed my eyes, I got a vision. And I was walking into a CVS store. And the first thing that I noticed about the CVS store was, first of all, there weren't aisles like how we see in a store. But there were sections, and there were no workers there. That's one of the things that I noticed. There was absolutely no workers, but the store was open. Also, I noticed that everything had a red scanner. On each item, there was a red scanner on it. So I walked into the store. I go in. I notice these things, and I need a few things, so I don't even remember what I picked up. But I picked up an item, and I'm like, how am I supposed to pay for these things? As soon as I asked that question, I had instant knowledge that it was being scanned, But this is just for educational purposes because I will not be getting the mark. But I knew, I had the knowledge to know that these items, upon picking them up, are being scanned by a chip in my hand. And as I go to pick up a few more items, I notice that I'm surrounded by scanners all around me. Like, I can't see it, but I have a knowing that there are scanners and they are scanning everything that I pick up with this chip that I have in my hand. And then I woke up from the vision.
The 500, the 500, this is the IUIC update where in June 2016 ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchip. It's June. Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchips. It's June.
Right. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Yahweh Chakodash. Send double honors to our apostles and elders here, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. So as Elder Apostle Hart pull up his video, said another sister had a vision of the MOTB being the mark of the beast, which is that RFID microchip. And it's funny because, well, the only question I pose is, you know, with all this is happening, okay, as the scripture says that in the last days the Lord will pour out his spirit upon all flesh. That's Jeremiah chapter 2. I'm sorry, Joel chapter 2. As he says, Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass forward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So the question is, if the mark of the beast, spoken in Revelation 13, if it is not the RFID microchip, where are the dreams and the visions that the people have been having for the past decade of it being something else? Because if the mark of the beast being the chip, if that's false, why is it that from the last decade you can find countless people telling dreams, mainly women telling dreams and giving visions about digital currency and the microchip in their hand? If the mark of the beast is indeed just sin, or let's say if the image of the beast is not the Roman Empire, if the image of the beast is not the system, right, the New World Order, then where are the people who had the dreams and the visions of, so like, you know, IUIC teaches that the image of the beast is the image of Caesar Borgia. Well, show me where these people are having these visions of all these people getting put to death unless they bow to that image. Where is it? All these people having these dreams and these visions, they're all explaining and talking about the RFID microchip. So the question is, if the breakdown of the mark of the beast being the microchip, if that is indeed incorrect, then show me where people are having dreams and visions of in the end of days where they're being put to death for something else. And everything that these people are prophesying, because that's what she's seeing, she's prophesying. All of these things are in the very near future. Everybody will listen to that and agree like, yeah, that's what's coming to pass, because that's the truth of the matter. So the point is, how much evidence do you need for all the naysayers and gainsayers? Where's the evidence why is all the evidence pointing towards, if the mark of the beast being the chip, if the apostles teach that, and according to Bishop Nate, they got that from Alex Jones, okay? And it was back in the 90s, right? Well, if it was just a conspiracy theory, if it was just something that people made up, why is all the evidence pointing towards that, both in real life, and why are all the dreams and vision that people have been having about that actual coming to pass? Why? Because it's evident that it is. And what we're just telling you is that you need to understand that is the mark of the beast. And by now you should be able to see that is the mark of the beast. And it's going to, according to the prophecy, it's going to come upon all flesh. So just like they did the jab back in 2020, shall I say, where they give you an ultimatum, lose your work or take this and penalize you. The scripture says that when they bring that chip, they're going to enforce it even worse, like actual life or death. They're going to bring back public executions, which Trump already signed over on that. They're coming to do this thing, okay? And what the scripture says that if you take that, you're going to be destroyed. So the Lord is making sure that this dream and these prophets, the prophecy is going out in all the earth before it happens. So what you need to do is build up your faith and trust in Yahweh Shai so that you can be able to stand in that day and reject that chip. Well, how am I going to eat? How am I going to get by? Well, that's where your faith in the Lord comes in. That's what this time is used for, to build up your faith for that day. Proverbs 12:19. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. As NLT, truthful words stand the test of time, but lies are soon exposed. So truthful words will stand the test of time. Proverbs 20:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Where there is no vision, okay, the people perish. So if you don't have the understanding, if you don't have the correct vision, the people are going to perish. And understand this, all these Israelites that speak contrary to the mark of the beast being the chip, when they hear about these people giving these visions and dreams, they're silent. They got nothing to say. But why is all the evidence pointing towards that happening? And why is the Lord giving these visions and these dreams to these people? Now, it could be argued, that came from the devil. Okay, but like I said, show me in the past decade where anybody who came out and gave a vision and a dream about the end of days, show me where they spoke contrary to what we're saying. Show me where they spoke that they're getting put to death for something else. Look, truthful words will stand the test of time, man. So the vision is pretty much plain upon tables. And this is the Lord fulfilling his prophecy. So just like Yahweh Shai told the scribes, the wicked ones, right? In John 14:11, start at 10. It says, believest thou not that I am in the Father and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. So the Lord said, let's just say you don't believe what I say. Believe me for the very work's sake. Look at what I'm doing, and that should show proof that what I'm doing I can't do of myself, and that clearly came from the Lord. So look at the dreams and the visions and the testimonies of these people. Even if you don't believe Great Millstone, look at the vision itself and let that be an example to prove like maybe that's the case. I mean, you got the evidence right in front of you. Elon Musk is in the position of power. What is he working on? Gil Bates. So even if you don't like Great Millstone because of your reasons, when it comes to the mark of the beast, look at all the proof, look at all the evidence, look at the visions and the dreams that people are taking the time to explain. Believe that for the very work's sake. With that, shalom.